Okay. Hey, friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow. I'm your host, Friend the Human.
And I'm Slapper.
How are you today, my dear? How are you?
I'm all right. Espresso, dispresso, but I'm here.
Oh, yeah, we took a break last week just because we were both just a little emotional, just a little worn out. Like it's really hard because it was like the end of the month. It's still the end of the month in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But like we basically just all our money to rent. It sucks. Anyway, but I also started my new position today and it was mentally draining. I've trained for a long time, you know what I mean, but it was different teaching insurance, you know what I'm saying, teaching claims adjusting, and it was like it was a lot more daunting, and it was a little frustrating at one point because I was encouraged to tell people to go ahead and take their first call. So I encouraged someone to take their first call and it was disastrous, which is fine, right? But I was under the impression they had been taking calls, right? So when one of the people who were watching over us, you know what I'm saying? Because I was in control of like maybe about 10 people, right? So when the manager came in to check on us, he came in at the end of the call, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Oh, good job, good job." And I was like, "Yeah, but I didn't know this was their first call." And he was like, "Yeah, we should have told you." Huh? So I feel like I set someone up for failure. But at the same time, it was a teaching moment that I could, grab and be like, hey, you did a great job. Even if you thought you did a bad job, you did better than the person who's never done one. You know what I'm saying? So you did a good job. And then tomorrow is a new day. Brush your shoulders off, pour a drink of something stiff, and let's try again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was fun, but it was like a little draining in the sense of like they were terrified. You know what I'm saying? And I get it though,
It sounds like your superiors set you up for failure.
little bit. But it was really funny. I had, introduced myself to my 10 people, right? I was like, "Hi, I'm Frenny. I've been here for 2 years," you know what I'm saying? And I was just like going through my whole spiel. And the first thing out of someone's mouth was, "Oh my gosh, your voice is so soothing." And I was like, "Ew." And then they were just like, "You sound really cheerful and uplifting." And people was like, "I hope I get you." When we were like in the main room. So it was like really encouraging and I felt good and I felt like I gave them a lot of information. And I hope it works out though. But I'm not prepared to be driving into office for the next 2 weeks. And I'm definitely not ready to be on my feet for for long periods of time. Anyway, so we took a break last week. We're going to do this one a little different because we were going to read some stories, but there was just so much online going on. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of want to gossip. I don't know. Do you want to grab your vibes and your delights? And let's just gossip for a while. All right. So let's start with Keith Lee. Like, I was so hyped to find out that Keith Lee was coming to Dallas, 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 Dallas. But the drama, like immediately, Dallas, why? Why are you so chronically yourself, bitch? God damn. So Keith Lee comes to Dallas and he goes to some place called Sweetly Season. And that place what is not that far out of the way for us, you know what I'm saying? It's within a range I was comfortable going to, you know what I'm saying? And so he shows up, he gives some pretty good ratings. I was thinking to myself, man, I want to try them fried ribs, you know what I'm saying? And Slappa loves banana pudding. Well, maybe he likes my mom's banana pudding, but I figured he would, try the banana pudding because when we first met and he came to my house one of the first times, my mom made banana pudding and he ate the whole tray of banana pudding that was not meant for him. It was not meant for him. And he got kicked out of the house for like 2 months. Like he got kicked out for a while, but mommy was eventually like, yeah, come to dinner, come to dinner. But anyway, so I thought it would be really cool so we could like join in on the Keith Lee experience, you know what I'm saying? Or the Keith Lee approved shop place, you know what I'm saying? And then he ends up tipping them like $4,000, 1,000 for the braider, 1,000 because there was braiders outside because it's the hood, people out there trying to make a buck, you know what I'm saying? But there was a person out there who was braiding hair, and those customers would go visit the food truck, Sweetly Seasoned, right? There was a barber out there who was affiliated with the braider who would send customers to the food truck, right? And it's so messed up. So, like, she said that they were not affiliated with her business in any way, shape, or form, but these people are steady sending you customers. You know what I'm saying? And then you find out that her 2 kids, do not help her run the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Or the food truck or whatever it is. And I was thinking, to me, that's a red flag. Why aren't you helping your family? Or do they not help anymore because she's toxic? That was like my first thought. So Keith Lee gave them 4,000, one for the braider, one for the barber, and 2 for the owner. She took all the money, all of it.
She offered to give her son 1,000, and he could split it up between them however he wants. And you forgot to mention Keith Lee also gave her like $900 to pay it forward for all the next customers. However many customers 900 would cover was supposed to be paid for. And it turns out she gave the next 3 people their food for free and then started charging again. So she took that money too.
Yes. So, oh man, I didn't even know about that part until this afternoon. I didn't even know that he paid basically for the rest of the day for her, and she was charging people anyway. Greedy, you know what I'm saying? And then people was like blowing her up on Instagram, just being like, please give those people their money. Please, just please. Please, you know what I'm saying? Just give these people their money. And people were saying that you need to stop blocking blessings. Don't block other people's blessings, because if you block their blessings, it's gonna block yours. Because look at her. Look at her. You got that little $4,000, $5,000. It was nearly 5,000. You got that little bit of money, and you ain't gonna get shit else. And I would be surprised, okay, if that food truck didn't. It's not even a truck. It's like a trailer. You know what I'm saying? I would not be surprised if they got shut down, because now you're viral. You've pissed people off, and guess who? The food inspector gonna come through. He gonna find you. He gonna find you. He gonna find you, so you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that, homeboy, homeboy. I'm just saying.
Man, I got really excited. I got really excited there. Last week, I thought Antoine Dobson followed me, and I was like, oh shit. And I took a screenshot and sent it to Freddie. But then I looked at it, and it was just a fake name, some like tarot reading bot. I was like, damn.
Tarot. But yeah, she's only hurting herself. It's honestly really, really sad, if I'm being totally honest with you. But I just thought that was so fucked up, man, because I don't know. I expected us to be the best, at something, whether it be barbecue, whether it be the sugary sweets, the pies. We got the controversy. It was kind of fucked up, but I'm still excited to see where other places he's gonna go. Like, I definitely want to go to that Halal Fusions place. That place looks grand, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon.
Well, he did go to a dessert place and loved all their stuff, even though he doesn't like sweets.
Oh, you're right.
I think he rated one of them like a 9+.
Oh yeah, it was the pie. It was
like a sweet potato pie.
No, it was a sweet potato thing. That's what she called it. If Keith Lee liked it that much, I bet you we're all gonna love that, because I can't even fucks with sweets like that. I can't even get down with sweets like at all. Like you buy me a rose and some chocolates, I'm gonna throw that shit on the ground. No, I'm not. I'm gonna eat that shit. But anyway, I'm just saying, I am the kind of lady who would deeply enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Deeply enjoy a fucking bag of Funyuns and a J. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, eat and smoke and eat. I'd rather do that than eat some chocolates and look at some damn flowers. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a flowery type of person. I'm flowery in other ways.
What way?
Verbally. Anyway, no, like, and I like to use flowery language, like when we speak to people when I'm at my job. You know what I'm saying? I love using language. I like being flowery. I like being flavorful. You know what I'm saying? I like playing with words. I like making up words. I like using random words because I don't know. It just makes my day go by faster. It makes me happy to do that. You know what I mean? I love words and I love being flowery, but I don't like flowers.
How long is he going to be in Dallas?
It's already been almost a week, so I wouldn't be surprised if he like was in town for another few days or goes home on Sunday or goes home on Saturday. I would hope he would sample the nightlife a little because I think they got here on Sunday.
You think we'll know any place? I never know any of these places he goes to. He always goes to like unknown places, right?
Not necessarily, but there's also a lot of just like family owned restaurants in Dallas. Like, remember, I said I'm excited for him to sample the nightlife because there's like somebody was bitching that he went to a pizza place, but man. And man, there's this one place in Farmers Branch. I think it's straight up Carrollton. I'm not sure. It's off of like Frankfurt or something. There's this pizza joint. I'll have to ask my sister if y'all really want me to know. Let me know in the Discord. Join the Discord. I just refreshed the links. Anyway, anyway, no, seriously. But like I specifically remember going to this one pizza place a lot in my early 20s. And I was always just like blasted. I was always with my siblings. You know what I'm saying? We would be drinking them things, you know what I'm saying? And then we would go to get pizza at this one place, and it was always just like pizza is so good, bro. Also, I wonder Whataburger is he gonna try that? Like, I know it's I know he doesn't, but I mean, like, Whataburger is a very Texan thing, or it's a very mid central America, Texas. Yeah.
He's going to Dallas stuff. He's not. He doesn't do fast food places. Oh, he used to. He did like Chipotle and shit. Didn't
I thought he went to this one place. I really don't know. I don't know because like we have a few places around here in Texas, like Taco Bell and not Taco Bell. I'm so sorry. I meant like Brahms. We had tacos today. Like Slappa made tacos and they were delicious. But anyway, I got tacos on the brain. Anyway, so but there's like Brahms, you know what I'm saying, which is a very Texan Oklahoma thing. You can't even get that in Louisiana. You know what I mean? Or what about Whataburger, which is only in like Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma? It's only this specific area of the United States. So that's what I was wondering. I was like, is he gonna go to any of those chains to see what the hype is? Or is he gonna shit on the hypes, bro, and start a war? I don't know. I would like to. Like, I think it'd be cute to see what he would say. You know what I'm saying? But I also realize that that might be dangerous because people don't know how to separate the fandom from the fan or something. Like Barbz.
you want to speak on that?
Which I think the most shocking thing about, I guess we're done with Keith Lee. But yeah, no, I mean,
all I was gonna say is I don't think coming to Dallas and going to a pizza place was like, you're not gonna get great pizza in Dallas. I don't think all that pizza you say is so good. You were drunk. That's drunk pizza. That's
hey.
I know some great drunk places too, but I won't go there when I'm not drunk.
You are correct. I can't even say nothing. You so damn right. But I kind of wonder though, because there's got to be some truth there. Because like when you're drunk, you say, "What's your honest mind?" Some of that pizza is good, even if I was fucking wasted. You know what I'm saying? Some of that food is good whether you're drunk or not. So that's what I gotta say about it. Because man, oh, I do wonder if he's gonna go to like H Mart like in Carrollton. Not like, not H Mart, like the actual, I don't know what that area of town is called. People call it Koreatown, people call it K Town. I just call it H Mart because that's the biggest thing there because we always go there and then we go to a restaurant, right? I go there for H Mart. That's what I'm there. I want the snacks and I want the seafood. You know what I'm saying? And I want to try new ways to make dumplings. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, let's talk about the Barbz, man. Like we're gonna talk very carefully, but I think the thing that is most shocking to me isn't the beef because music is a business and people do this shit as a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit for what it is. A lot of times it is a fake generated like beef. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. They're just doing it for money. You know what I'm saying? I kind of am more shocked that there are so many fucking people who call themselves Barbz who don't think the internet is real life. I think it's really shocking that there are so many people who call themselves Barbz who think doxing, who don't even know what doxing is while doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really shocking.
I think that girl was lying, and I think that's just her excuse to try and get not as much punishment.
Right, but I mean, just because you say you didn't know it doesn't mean you weren't like negligent. Like even in the I made a video and by the way, we're going to talk about that too, but because TikTok has been suppressing me in the worst way possible, videos that I normally like even with my 100,000 followers, you know what I'm saying? I normally clear on a good day a video have like 1,000 1,500 views. You know what I'm saying? I have videos that aren't even clearing 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it literally like I'll be getting like notifications. Like my shit will like I can literally watch the notification counter go up, and then it'll stop once I hit 230. Once I hit about 50 likes, it just stops and it's just really fucked up. And so I'm gonna participate in CoinCot for sure. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna go live this weekend, if I'm being totally honest with y'all. Because I don't know what to do. It's just a little frustrating. But anyway, just because you are unaware, it does not mean that you didn't do the thing. I'm sorry. Okay. In the case of liability in my job in insurance, right? I didn't know that was a turn only lane. I didn't know that he was right there. You still did it. You had a duty that you neglected. That Barb had a duty to not commit a federal crime and she did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whether she knew it or not, you don't know, but you did it anyway, and that's what they're gonna see. She played like she didn't know, but then I'm so we're talking about the Eric Lewis, right? I think that's what his name is, and he's been getting doxxed and just abused by Barbz for 2 years, and obviously he's so used to their tactics and everything else, he was ready to go with a plan. But he has like a very vivid text thread of a Barb pretending like she didn't dox him, but then admitted that she did dox him. And then it took him emailing the school that she goes to, which we'll talk about that because she was going to school to be a fucking nurse. You know what I'm saying? Someone who was going to be a healthcare professional did not think the internet was real and did not think that what she was doing was doxing, whether you believe her or not. She said, okay, I'm going off what she said, which is what they would do in court. She said she didn't know. Okay, but she still did it. You know what I mean?
They just do that so they don't get as harsh a punishment, and they hope they'll be lenient on them because they didn't know. But like, you're going to school to be a nurse. Pretty sure y'all go over don't be putting people's information out there. Like, you, as a nurse, you're gonna see a lot of private information, and you're gonna get fired if you let people know all this shit about your clients and your patients.
Oh man. So like just for and then Slappa brought up to me, I was like, but I mean she's a mean girl, essentially. You know what I'm saying? How can anybody be? And then what did you say, sweets?
Well, aren't a lot of nurses mean girls? Like, I feel like nurse is kind of like a fallback thing for people who peak in high school, kind of like welding for guys. Like, I know
No,
so many
I'd
dudes.
say the pipeline for dudes, the oil
Nah.
fields. Yes. I know like 10 dudes.
Okay, that's like,
Is that maybe a Texas thing?
it's definitely, it's probably like all like Alaska has that, and like, but I feel like that's a step beyond. That's like a, I have no other choices or I have nothing better to do. You know what I mean? I feel like nursing and welding is like, I'm living a decent life and I want to do better, and this is an easy thing I can do.
And it was like a little shocking to me because I started thinking about how I used to be like so excited to see my friends, going into their like graduating college. Cause again, I didn't go to college. So I'd be so proud to see my friends become nurses. You know what I'm saying? And then Slapo brought that up. And then I realized that a lot of those people that I thought were my friends, I dropped them maybe about 6 years ago, all of them, because they were horribly toxic. I think I only talk to one single person now that I was in choir with in high school. Like all these people, I'm talking about choir kids, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them. And I only talked to like one, and a lot of those other girls were kind of not kind or just like really standoffish, or I don't know, maybe they thought I was dumb because I didn't make good grades, because I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I never felt truly welcome in a lot of those spaces. I felt like I was just kind of there for the ride because I earned my place, but that didn't mean that I belonged with them. You know what I mean? And that's how a lot of those people made me feel. So to that person who I'm still friends with, if she's listening, I love you, girl. I appreciate you always more than you know. But like those girls, a lot of them became nurses and they were just kind of cold and icy, even in high school. And then I thought about, have you heard of this? Like, look, my own family, I have some family members who are doctors, and there's like a branch of that family that's attached to, who were really toxic and very mean to us, or at least to my mom. I've never had any issues with any of those people, you know what I'm saying? But like my mom, though, she says they treat her really bad, and those people are all like medical professionals, doctors, and highly educated, and like the rich bougie auntie types, you know what I mean? And then I was thinking about, you see it in fucking like TV. Like you think that those people would be smart, right? But look at Scrubs, look at House, you know what I'm saying? Well, look at oh man, what's another like doctor show?
I mean, I didn't watch what Grey's Anatomy, but that's like nurses and doctors, right?
But even still, like those people were all like sleeping together. They're toxic. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of like cheating on partners and all those on those, all those are just like really toxic kind of people in relationships. You know what I'm saying? And again, she's a mean girl who's going into the medical profession. And not to mention, let's even go to another TikTok. Remember when that lady said that some people become nurses because they want an easy paycheck that they know is attainable for them. Remember that chick, she worked at a gas station, and she was like, some of y'all become nurses not because y'all care about people, but because y'all want a paycheck. I have horror stories. I had nurses who thought I was a single mother. You know what I'm saying? I had nurses who say that they claimed that they'd never seen a girl or a woman with blue green hair give birth before. Like, bitch, half of the people in here have dyed hair, motherfucker. What are you talking about? This is a college town. You know what I'm saying? You've seen some fucking blue hair come through here. What the fuck is you talking about? I had a nurse who left me alone for hours because I didn't cry and I looked okay, even though it was my very first day being a mom and I was just going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? We all have stories. So you see where we just came from? We went from the Barbz, you know what I'm saying, to being mean girls, to being, what is it?
You are going off.
I'm telling you, like, we went from the Barbz to them being like, kind of, it's weird that this college student who's trying to be a nurse didn't think the internet was fucking real life and didn't think that she was doxing, that mean girl mentality, who didn't want to take accountability. And then you find that person's trying to be a nurse, and then you realize that nurses are kind of low-key really toxic and fucking horrible. And then even more proof of that happening, and it keeps happening, and it's just like really concerning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so concerning. Everything is burning. It's like fucking crazy. I just needed to talk about that.
Do you think the toxicity in like
In the
drama?
city, in our city.
Do you think the toxicity in the hospital drama shows like popularize that, and so that's why so many mean girls are becoming nurses? Or are those shows written like that because that's how nurses are, and that's how people who have been in the industry can tell stories about it, and that's why they write about it like that? Which way is it, do you think?
It has to be the other way. It has to be that this happened and somebody wrote about it. It has to, because the trope about like the doctor, or not the doctor, sorry, like the business owner banging his separate secretary, you know what I'm saying, that came from somewhere because it happened so often. Like, you can even trace that back, even those stupid ass red pill podcasters, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did this whole trope about the woman carrying a baby that probably was not the father's or the husband's, right? Because what were they doing? They were building businesses, they were working all the time, so the wives probably cheating with their secretaries and being disgusting, you know what I'm saying?
Can you
Like,
back up?
what
You're mixing this up. So you're
what are
like
you talking about?
the wives are cheating with their secretaries.
Oh, the husbands are cheating with their secretaries. You know what I'm saying? The wife sat home alone, taking care of literally everything, and the milkman comes through. You know what I'm saying? That trope came from somewhere. It's not, it's, it's fucked up, but that trope came from somewhere. Like, this is all the same. Somebody had to have done it, and then somebody wrote about it. You cannot change my mind. Rule 34 exists for a reason.
What?
You know what rule 34 is, right? If you've thought about it, it's happened, or it exists, right? If you've thought about it, it exists. So in the case of rule 34, which is like a really horrible internet rule, guys, like basically, if there's a show of it, there's a porn of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that not rule 34?
But you said if you thought of it, it exists, and I was gonna be like, well, there's a lot of Rule 34 stuff I never thought of. You know what I mean? I just wanted to say about this Nicki and Meg the Stallion thing. I feel like the beefs we saw growing up were never like this. Like this seems like actual something's up. All the beefs we've seen are just kind of like rar fan bases, team Brittany, team Christina. You know what I mean? But Nikki seems like she's really actually melting down.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say all of that's like manufactured and that's good, like good for them. Like it I like he like Edward versus Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fun to war with your friends. Like I'm team Brittany, I'm team whatever. That's fun, healthily. But this is too much. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to say it's actually like a million. There's got to be something deeper than just this beef. You know what I'm saying? There's like something underneath it, and I'm not sure what it is. I think that like in reference to the AI thing, why are people using AI? Like so for example, guys, I don't know how well versed in this you are like basically Nicki Minaj has a album cover that is straight up AI generated. She has two. One of them is Bigfoot, which is the new one that just came out, but there's like another one. I'm not a Nicki fan. I don't know. But it's like Gap something City, Gag City. Okay. And apparently the like cover was found to be AI generated, and it just somebody pointed out like in great detail, like was like, hey, this is fake, this is actually what this is, but it's backwards and it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? There's no letters. You know what I mean? Like they only have three toes. Like somebody went in great detail, but guess what? Apparently the like AI generated art isn't able to be copyrighted, so you can just literally steal all her shit. But why do people do that? Okay, why do people make the AI generated art? Because they don't want to pay people most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like the writer strike, they tried writing with like AI. It didn't turn out good. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than just the stands, right? Because she's not even wanting to pay people to do art for her. She's being a cheap skate. You know what I'm saying? She's not, her fans aren't helping her. She won't pay for an artist. She wants to beef with everybody. What is that? Is that just narcissism? Like, do you see what I'm like losing it, but I'm trying to tell you, like,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Damn,
I just tried to tell
you spiraling. It's pretty much the same thing with the food truck lady because she got backlash for it. She got called out, and instead of just being like, "Fine, my bad, here's the money. Sorry, come see me. Whatever. The next $900 are still paid for, and I'm honoring that now. Come give me money." Like she was already getting all this money because Keith Lee came and saw her. So everybody else is gonna come and check it out. So you got money coming, but you fucked it up. And just like with Nicki, Megan Thee Stallion made a song and mentioned her pedophile husband.
But she didn't.
No, it was like just a regular song, and Nicki was just like a side, like Drake was dissed in the song also.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, bam, throw one out at Nicki. Whatever. No one else reacted. Like they just got a little bit of attention. You get a little bit of attention when people make diss tracks about you. Okay, that's why a big artist doesn't do it over a tiny artist because they're just getting free attention. That's not good. But Nicki lost it over this regular ass thing that happens all the time and doubled down about it. And that's what the food truck lady's doing now. She's doubling down. She's fighting people, explaining why she doesn't owe anybody anything.
You know, you know what the next step is going to be? It's Darvo. You know what I'm saying? What's the next step for Nicki and the food truck lady?
What's Darvo?
Darvo is,
I guess y'all can look up Darvo and tell us what the O
will you
is.
just wait a fucking second?
Are you gonna Google?
Yeah.
Give it a Google.
God damn, will you just wait one fucking anyway? No, but like, so, oh my bad, I fucked up. Okay, so someone makes an outlandish claim and says, black people are actually purple and y'all can suck a dick. You know what I'm saying? Darvo is when they deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. So basically, they're gonna be like, "Nuh-uh, man, fuck y'all. Why are you ringing me? Why are you attacking me? It's your fault. You're the bad guy." That's Darvo. So what's gonna happen next between Nikki and the food truck lady?
Okay, so I guess now she is at anger. She kind of lost it and then made a bad diss track back. So next she's gonna be like, "Why are you attacking me and my husband? He's a good guy now." Something like that. And then food truck's gonna lady's gonna be like, "Why did y'all bring all this attention to me? I'm just a little food truck lady."
Oh my god, you want to take bets? Do you want to do like a real easy bet? Like, what do you think the food truck lady is gonna be like? I didn't ask for all of this. Y'all brought this to me.
Yeah.
I didn't ask. What do you think is gonna happen? So for that is tickling the absolute fuck out of me. I'm sorry. But like, and then Nikki's gonna do what? She's like, my husband's a good guy now.
What's the bet for? Like, what do I win?
Well, like, who's so if you win, if I'm right, if we're right, I don't know, I'm not good at this. I was gonna say I'll give you a hug. That's I like to deal in hugs.
Lame.
I want to deal in hugs.
Boo.
Man, y'all, don't let him fool you. I was training all day, so I was like teaching and I was talking all day. I could hear this motherfucker come up to the door, wait, and turn the fuck back around, and then he comes back on my break and he's like, "Where are you going to ring? I need a hug." This motherfucker.
I'm lonely now. I can't talk to you.
See, trifling.
I've lost all the perks of having a work from home wife.
Oh, that's weird to think of, yeah?
Boo.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, but I don't know. I think that I don't know. Y'all tell us what we betting. What are we betting? I am so confused.
Do you even disagree with me? Like, you have to.
No, I don't. I don't disagree with you in the slightest. I think we're both on the same page on what we think is gonna happen.
So we agree on that, I guess.
Yes, I was just trying to be cute. I don't know. You failed.
Get your own opinion.
You're not in my. This is my thoughts. These are my thoughts. Y'all, one time we were tripping acid and we were like so in sync with each other. like like we were drinking what was it, like orange, no, it was grape Fanta, right? And I was like, this is what purple is. And then we started talking about colors and shit and then like what they taste like. And then we kept saying the same thing and describing the same things. And then Slappa just busts out and he was like, these are my thoughts. I'm in my your thoughts are over there. Mine are here.
Good times, guy. I did want to talk about this. The TikTok you sent me of the girl who was like talking to a dude and he sent her a bunch of pictures of like fancy food that he made for a woman, and then she freaked out and the internet got
Oh, dang. Yes. Man, tell the people,
I was just gonna come over there and play the video for you and we can roll the clip.
Serious question. What would you do if the guy that you were seeing made a female friend dinner at his place, like an elaborate dinner? I'm dying. Okay, so this is what he made his female friend. This is a cheese board. I have no idea what this is, but he made that. Some pasta. The pasta looks amazing. This looks absolutely amazing, not gonna lie. And he even plated it. He plated it. He was like, oh, I made something, and sent me all these pictures, and I was just wowed. I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks beautiful. Oh, but then naturally I'm like, oh, like, were you on a date? And that's completely fine. Like, you're not my man, you know, we're not together, we're just talking. So If he was, which clearly, like, this is a date, but that's completely fine. You know, we're not together. This guy was like, oh no, I just cook like this for, you know, my friends all the time. You know, whether it's men or women, I made it for my friend, and he named off some woman's name. I don't want to be talking to someone or dating someone who feels like they need to spend one-on-one time with someone in a very intimate way. This is like extremely intimate. It's almost performing for someone. So yeah, I just wouldn't want my potential someone or my boyfriend or my husband doing something like all of this for another woman. Went on talking about, like, oh, that we're not together, but like, I would want my person to trust me and this and that. But it doesn't come down to trust. It goes down to him not knowing boundaries. Because it's, if you're doing stuff like this, what else are you doing for your female friends? To me, that's just red flags all over the place, and it just shows that there's a lack of boundaries. So I just ended up messaging him back, just letting him know that that's not something that I'm personally okay with, and there's plenty of women out there who would be okay with it, but I'm just not one of them. Here's the thing, everyone is different. There's gonna be women out there who are like, that's completely fine. I feel secure in myself. I feel confident about my man, and I trust him and this and that. That's completely fine. And again, it's not about trust for me. It's just boundaries. I want there to be very, very clear boundaries if I'm talking to someone, and I want them to know like what's appropriate and what isn't appropriate. What do you guys think?
Notice those weird cuts though, when she was like, "We're not," and it like cut like 3 times real quick when she was talking about how they're not that close and they've only known each other for a few weeks or whatever. Turns out, people found out from some other videos that she hadn't even seen this dude. They were literally just talking, and she's going off like this.
Yeah. I found that really suspicious. And then it gets even worse. It gets even worse. So, real quick though, I don't know. I myself have a platonic man best friend. My best friend is my buddy. He's my anime bud. He's my cartoon bud. He's my, everything. I love that man so much. You know what I'm saying? I would do a lot for him, and I would never in my life touch him that way. You know what I'm saying? Never. But you know what I'm saying? I think that I would intimidate somebody. You know what I'm saying? I feel, but I would make a point to just, hey, I'm pretty. Let's be friends. Ah! You know what I'm saying? I would make her feel welcome. I would not, I would make her, I would be like, here's my husband and my children and my cat. You see the cat, you know what I'm saying? I would do that. But she didn't even get that chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wasn't even there. They were only together for a couple weeks, and they weren't even together. They were still talking. She even said in the video she doesn't care. Then why are you here making videos? Why are you here?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? You know what I mean? But like, I just don't. I think she's clingy, and she's trying to say that he doesn't know what boundaries are. I think she doesn't know what boundaries are.
Yeah, I don't think she knows the boundary, because like she called that intimate. Like, he can cook that way. You don't think you don't cook for your friends sometime when they come over? Like, that's right. He's good at making stuff look good, you know? What's wrong with cooking for a friend? And is that really intimate? Maybe if it was like with an intimate table setting of some kind, but it looked like it was just on a counter because he was just cooking in the kitchen.
And honestly, it was like, it was plated, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's not romantic. You know what I'm saying? You have to present food at Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would take that as a friend. And maybe even worse, maybe she's like, and the call is coming from inside the house. Maybe she thinks that men and women can't be friends. That's on her again. So she doesn't really understand what boundaries are. She doesn't think men and women can be friends. She's obviously clingy, and she was catching some feels like immediately, and she's trying to pretend like she's not. I don't know. It's crazy. It gets worse.
Oh yeah, how'd it get worse? What else?
So there was so much. It gets worse. So what happens next is the friend who was helping cook came out. Guess what, guys? Not only are they truly best friends, they're just friends, right? She was the one who cooked. That was all her. She's the one who plated. She's the one who put those pictures on her Instagram because that's her little side gig.
He was just clout stealing.
So he stole his best friend's pictures and sent them to this bitch and was like, "Yeah, look at me, I can cook." And then it gets worse. So he stole his friend's stuff, you know. Guess what he was? Was he a black guy?
No, he was white, right?
It was white. So he just said he colonized her photo to use for dating purposes. That colon.
Hey. Oldest white man trick in the book. You know? Someone does something real good. I did it good. I did that thing. See what I did? Look at this. Look at this music I made.
You know what though? I thought that shit was so funny. I just, I don't know. I think I think at the end of the day, what it really, really boils down to is she was catching some feels, you know what I'm saying? And she was getting attached, and I guess like he may be kind of suspicious to us at this point, you know, for colonizing them damn photos, you know. But I mean, it's obvious, like, I don't know. He has love for his friend and stuff like that. And I don't think she was comfortable with that, period. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought that shit was funny. Like the plot twist was turning, bro. They was twisting, slipping, and sliding. They was doing all kinds of shit, bro.
Oh, did you see this video of an interview with Motaz?
I saw a video of Motaz. I'm so happy to say he's home, but the survivor's guilt on him is heavy. It's so terrible. So terrible. I saw him do an interview where she was like, you know, how about your hopes and dreams? You know what I'm saying? She was like, are you going to pursue your hopes and dreams? I mean, you pretty much can now. You know what I mean? You're so famous and all this. I think that was the implication, is like you pretty much can follow your dreams now because you're famous and everybody's going to do everything for you now because you survived that, you know? But as he was like, I have none. My only dream is to see Palestine, you know, freed and rebuilt. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I feel guilty that I have a nice couch to sit on, because you know he was on the talk show. He was like, I feel guilty that I have clean water to drink and a roof over my head and security, and I am not worried about, you know, overhead and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He said it so grimly. And I don't mean it like grimly. It's not like there was like a lot of, I don't even know what the word is. Do you know what I'm trying to describe?
I could imagine the feeling, just like seeing what's happening over there on the internet kind of like really takes you to a dark place sometimes. And I don't want to shit. I feel like I can't help them at all. Like, what the fuck is the point of anything I'm doing right now? And so like to literally be in that and come out of it and still be seeing it, like I understand like he doesn't have any, like, no more selfish goals. Like he doesn't even care what happens to him if this is still happening to everyone he knows.
It's so dark. And for us to know that he was so loved by us, you know what I'm saying? He is still so loved, and he's lost literally everything though. It kind of reminds me of what my dad used to tell me. I'm like, I'm sure everybody's dad has at some point dadded this up, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's always the happiest ones that are hurting the worst, you know? My dad said that Robin Williams was his favorite actor ever. You know what I'm saying? And my dad didn't choose favorites. You know what I'm saying? He felt he saw the value in most things and just like kept himself open to loving a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Um, Favorite, Robin Williams. He said he's sad. And then you know, he's not with us anymore. I think that was like one of the only times I've seen my dad cry over and like a celebrity. And I feel like that's how we watched a death because Motaz is like somebody said, his eyes are always so haunted. Somebody like he went from this like super bright beacon singing to grim grief, survivor's guilt. You know what I mean? I feel like we watched someone die. And I think that's absolutely valid. I'm not talking shit about it. It's just like horrible to see. And then to see that Bisan, Wizard Bisan, is still there. I think she's going to stay until whatever happens, right? But she's so angry. And it's just, I repost, I share, I email, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. And it's so, so fucked up to see her just crying, trying to hold back tears because she's so strong. She doesn't need to be strong anymore. She shouldn't have to be. It's so, and I feel sick saying that she's strong, because what do people say about Black women? Oh, you're so strong, you can handle anything. And it's okay, you know, like I'm not saying like don't tell people that they're strong, because you can be strong in the real way. Pearl, sorry, I had to do it, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? There's different ways of being strong, okay? And I'm not saying don't go around saying this, but you hear it so often. It's just a tired trope for brown people. She's strong, she brown. You know what I mean? Like it's so, so horrible. To I know, give yourselves grace, guys, you know, out there. Even Slappa was kind of lost for words for a moment. He couldn't, but that's okay. Okay. Remember what granddad said, and I'll say it 100 times before the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Um, do what you can. Okay. Keep doing what you can. All right. Let's brighten it up. It is Black History Month after all. Oh man, I can't wait. We're gonna do if you didn't know, last year I got COVID at the beginning of Black History Month. And I had this big plan. I wanted to do the innovative and
Invisible,
invisible
invisible innovator.
invisible innovators. See, but like I wanted to do invisible innovators, in which we talk about people who made, like, did you know a Black man invented the streetlight as we see it today? You know what I'm saying? Did you know that a Black man is who made a better light bulb that you see, that led to the one that is mass produced today? You know what I'm saying? Did you know a Black woman made the first true sanitary napkin? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just like little things that we use every single day, you know? Like, let's talk about those people. I call them the invisible innovators, because it's still like, even though we have the big heavy hitters, we still got the peoples in between that make our day go by. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I was trying to do last year, but I got so sick, and Slappa and I were down for the count. It was awful. But this year in 2024, yo, anyway. And but we're gonna end the episode with a silly story. It's honestly just so annoying. Just like the level of just audacity. Let's fucking end big and bright with some fucking audacity. All right. Do you want to read it, Sweetness?
Okay.
Slapper's choice. Am I the asshole for refusing to stop cooking and eating it in my kitchen because of my roommate's girlfriend's condition?
I feel like this is entirely ridiculous. I live with my roommate Matt. We used to be pretty close friends, but over the last 2 years of living with him, we drifted apart. And I'm just waiting for our lease to move out on my own. God damn. We know someone like that. Matt's girlfriend Sarah pretty much lives with us despite not paying rent. I I won't lie, she annoys me to no end. She's an entitled airhead who thinks the world revolves around her. Anyways, Sarah has a condition where she gets nauseous at the slightest smell and sight of certain foods. She's an incredibly picky eater, and anything outside of corn dogs or chicken tenders make her nauseous, according to her. Well, unfortunately for her, I like to cook. I love heavily spiced foods and love to cook Asian style dishes. So living with a toddler who can't stand the smell really sucks.
Hold on. How old are these people? How old are these people? How old are these people?
Unfortunately, I believe this could be absolutely any age.
Okay, so I understand food aversion. Okay, I do. I do. But she doesn't pay rent. Why the fuck is she there? She does not get a singular say. Okay. You don't pay rent. You don't get to decide. You know what I'm saying? And I respect the fuck out of people who have food aversions. I have food aversions. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when certain foods are cooked. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't fucking live there. You don't pay rent there. You have no power. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I could honestly see a 58-year-old woman doing this or a 21-year-old woman doing this. Like I feel like there's a Karen-esque picky eater of all generations.
They're in someone else's house. They're in someone else's house. Like, fuck that shit.
Sarah has always complained about me cooking smelly food and asked me to stop or do it when she's not home. Well, considering she doesn't pay rent and spends 18 hours a day at my house, I have not accommodated her at all. Last night, Sarah and Matt sat me down and told me I need to stop cooking because Sarah cannot stand it anymore. Apparently, she had a mental breakdown last week when I was cooking curry. She claims I'm making our apartment a hostile environment by ignoring her concerns. She's just all into this is her apartment too now.
Yeah, that's some give a mouse a cookie shit, bro. I have said that like 5 times today. I'm a parent and a teacher now. That's what my kids call me. And now I'm saying it again.
I mean, it's true. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's gonna do. I don't know that.
He's gonna ask for one more. No, but I'm just saying.
But then what else? Like
Exactly.
that book escalated quickly.
So quickly. So quickly. I will never chill. I never chill. I never chill.
I told both of them to piss off until Sarah starts paying her share of the rent. Matt said that because he lives here, his opinion matters as well, and he wants me to stop. I told him no to that as well because he's only doing it because Sarah's being a baby. I'd just be like, well, now we're tied on that vote, so I guess I'll keep cooking at my apartment.
Right. That I pay for.
We ended up having a massive argument, and neither of them is talking to me, and both are staying at Sarah's mom's house right now. They could have been there the whole time.
Right. Like,
The whole time.
right. Like, why? If he was allowed to be there, why the fuck weren't they just there? They were already going their separate ways. You know what I'm saying? Like they were not going to be living there. They were not going to be living together. He could have been steadily like moving his shit over. But people got the mad dumb. I don't know why I'm expecting anything other than this exact situation.
I say good riddance. At least I did until I told the story to my coworkers, and they're all shocked. They say I'm being a complete a-hole, and this has given me second thoughts on if I was the asshole in the fight we had. Those coworkers are fucking with him. I feel like that's something I would do to people I worked with when I was at Amazon. Like if people randomly told a crazy story like that, I would just say the worst advice possible and see how they reacted.
Why the fuck would you do you are being real Scorpio, right? Oh, crazy ass. Why the fuck would you do that?
Because that's the reaction you usually get. But sometimes people are like, oh, I never thought of that. Okay. Like this guy's like, yeah, maybe I am being a jerk for wanting to cook food at my own house.
Weren't we just, hold on, put a fucking pin in that, sir. Sir, put a fucking pin in that. Put a fucking pin in that, sir, because you got me fucked up right now. You got me mad fucked up right now. First of all, I think his coworkers are jagoffs because what the fuck? Okay, somebody is in your house, and at the barest of minimum, somebody is in your house that is not paying rent and telling you how to live in your house. Whose house? You know what I'm saying? My house. Okay, this is my house. You do not get a say on how things are run in my house. Now, this pin, okay, right here, and I'm gonna put it the right fucking. Did we not just listen to a story about a man whose girlfriend turns out she was asked by his shitty friends to be a girlfriend and be fake? Okay. So I know I said that ass backwards. I said it ass backwards, forwards, and sideways. Okay. What happened? Okay. What happened was in this story, this guy has friends that he doesn't really care for. And they kind of treat each other like shit. They are always telling him to get a girlfriend, and he's like, I'm not really interested in that right now. And so he's like, so one day, he meets a girl and everything's all good. You know what I'm saying? Turns out that his friend, like the ringleader of the friends, uh, told her to go date him and then break up with him, just like as a prank, you know. But what actually happened is she went to go meet him. They hit it off, and he turned out to be a great dude. And then she wanted to, and then they started dating for real. And then he caught wind of that. He found out because his friend was a piece of shit and didn't know how to keep his fucking mouth shut. His friend was like, hasn't she broken up with you yet? And he was like, what are you talking about? And that's when he confronted her. Okay. And then he was like, while they were arguing and talking it out, you know, after he breaks it off with her, you know, they sit on it, they come back, they talk about it. He asks her, what if if you didn't like me? What were you gonna do? Were you gonna lure me on? Were you gonna like hurt my feelings when I was good and ready? You know what I'm saying? What was the other side of this? What if I was a piece of shit? What would you have done? Like poured a drink on me? You know what I'm saying? What would you have done if this didn't work out? And she couldn't answer. And so he was like, well, I don't know if I can be with somebody who would do that so maliciously. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And he's right too. And then Slappa come through here. And I told you that story because Slappa just said that he would tell his coworker some fucking fucked up shit to fuck their lives up for a little while. Why would you want to just hurt somebody's feelings? Why would you want to like fuck somebody's brain up like that?
Look, this is how it goes. These people are strangers. The only times I would do this is like I have like my little coworker group on break time, and it's just strangers around us, okay? And sometimes we'll be talking about something, and then a stranger will volunteer way too much information about their life and be like, I don't know what to do. And then say just the dumbest thing possible, okay? And either they'll be like, what the fuck? That's crazy. You're dumb. And everyone will be like, that's just Slappa, okay? And it's funny, all right? But sometimes the person will be like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And then I'll laugh, and then everyone will be like, no, what are you doing? He's fucking with you. Don't do that, okay? So it's not like I know these people and they actually think I'm going to give them good advice, and they come to me personally and ask for good advice. And then I gave them the worst advice possible.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You're done. You're done. You've lost the game.
That's okay. I'm going to do it again.
And I'm going to do it one more tomorrow. All right, y'all. Well, I think we've both run out of steam. Slapper ran out of steam about 20 minutes ago. But I hope you had a good time. It's always so much fun doing this, even when I feel like mentally just overwhelmed and drained. Like I am just so happy I got to sit down and gossip and be like weird with y'all. And I hope that you enjoyed. And I'm excited, for my new position. I'm excited for Black History Month. I'm just excited. Anyway, one more thing. Oh, go ahead.
This was chaotic and kind of spur of the moment. My bad. But if you do like us talking about TikTok current events, I guess maybe we'll do a more organized version along with stories in the future. I don't know. We're trying stuff out.
Don't apologize. Yum yum. I think we all know how it is. And it's been, oh man, I guess it's almost been a year, yeah, since we've been doing this. So it's been a wild ride. It's been a roller coaster, and it's only going to change. It's only going to get better. You know what I'm saying? So whatever happens, like I also would say, like I think I'm okay with the way we do things. Like I asked for a lot of feedback, and people were just like, I really just like it when you just do what you want to do. And then I realized that my page is really chaotic. And I started to use the tagline, I don't know what you're going to get, but it's going to be a good time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's perfect. I think that's perfect for vibing and delighting at the end of a Friday. You know what I mean? Which today is Thursday, but tomorrow's Friday. I know you know that. Okay. I just had to say it from my brain. Okay. Anyway, one more thing, guys. CoinCot one more time. Okay. Hashtag CoinCot. I'm probably gonna make a video about it. I haven't figured out my life yet. I literally got off work and came downstairs and started eating, and now we're recording again. But like CoinCot, okay. Don't for the suppression of Black creators, okay. For all the Black musicians, all the Black educators like myself, all the Black storytellers like myself, you know what I'm saying, have been just getting continually suppressed. Even the conscious Lee is getting suppressed, right? Miss Nanny Q, my favorite, you know what I'm saying? She's been getting suppressed. She has over 400,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason she should be getting a few thousand views on one single video. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely insane the way that people are just getting fucked up. And it's like I could keep going about like just the anyway, but all I'm gonna say is that in order, what they're doing is they're just saying, please don't reload your coins. Please don't, please turn off your settings like so tomorrow. And all weekend, all my settings will be off all week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll turn them back on. I might just put my socials up there. You know what I'm saying? But like, just because we are tired of getting suppressed, we're going to take it out of their pocket. And you may say that that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you're probably right. I don't think you're right, but I mean, you might be. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility that you're right. You know what I mean? But they're going to notice a dip in several thousand people, several tens of thousands of people. You know what I'm saying? They're going to see a dip, and they're going to be like, what happened? And then they're going to probably put two and two together and notice, and they're either going to answer or something else is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I wish there was an app for like, that's just friendly to Black people. I don't even know what to call it. You know what I'm saying? I thought Twitter was the place, but that got yoinked. And also Twitter's so toxic. But anyway, or X. Oh, did you hear that Elon Musket rat lost basically $100 billion because he had to, like, I don't know, we're gonna look that shit up. I can't wait. Like, you and I are gonna look that up later. Y'all look it up later. Let's talk about it in the live react. We live in a world. All right, guys. CoinCot, hashtag CoinCot. Okay, I love you guys so very much, and then I hope you have the greatest day.
Yeah, hey.